I was here for some TV senior Yama, Obibia, Aquaba. I was here for your best friend there, and I your first time out, but channel is of modern service subscribe. Well, like in our share video no a day. My was and they could Piemo our Ghana Parliament, a veteran, El Coso, deputy ministers veteran, El Coso, and rather Honorable Afenyo Markins, and make key statement in beer during the veteran, a man chairman, a bufu ya or car say, one revert our statement now. Afenyo Markins, a car said, baby. And ya dear say revert statement now, boycott is our veteran on any MPs, it will be a PFE parliament, I know. And then Kwesi Pratt, Otanasia, or the ensemble na Eddie Atuja. In fact, Kwesi Pratt and drag Honorable Afenyo Markins Papa pay you, then I could different level of Lucian, and yet as a what to be, and their man and a papa a year, and yet as a what else, and now Honorable Afenyo Markins. Yana, if you say we are 1 year, a whole chairman of the veteran, which me a car somehow celebrates our statement now. What's a 1%? And I say, yeah, dear, say, oh, very vertical statement. In fact, Kwesi Pratt and then Wakase ye papa, and the actually Honorable Afenyo Markins, any MPs and then what would do it here, Sabi or Chelsea say, Hunu and a woman, AD. Maybe some say what I did, but now I could take Kwesi Pratt. Kwesi Pratt, Chemo and Nima MPP, I started almost or more air, and they say, or more year, or make us what to know opposition, so for the next 4 years and so the Santi no more ye papa. And then Kwesi Pratt kasa ye busia this ye ko na yekotie yenko ye ba de mu bia no ye de beto aso.
So embarrassed, I mean, to think that the vetting of ministerial nominees was aborted because the minority in parliament wanted the nominee to dance Agbaja. and it was not allowed. I mean, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. What is this? This is so very embarrassing. I mean, I've seen vetting before. I mean, recently I was watching, I had problems with some of the questions which were being asked, from the minority side. There was one instance where a nominee was asked to sing his favorite high life song. And I was wondering, what is happening here? Then on the majority side, there is this MP. As soon as the nominee takes the seat, the MP starts, oh, you are more than qualified for the job. You don't have any problem. You will excel. Anyway, bye-bye. And so on. What is the quality of vetting? But I think what happened yesterday or so, is the worst. The disruption of the vetting process because of Agbaja. And then sometimes the nominees are asked to speak their local languages. Oh, you say you speak Ga. Speak some Ga. And then the nominee will also rattle a few words in Ga and so on. What is that? What is that? It is so embarrassing. And Kwame, my prediction, if the current trend continues, if the minority is not able to show that it is focused on the essential things, the things that the Ghanaian people consider essential, the bread and butter issues, the kinky and fish issues, the improvement in our road network, the expansion of access to social services like health and education, this micro minority, they will be lucky to have a micro minority in the next elections. What they will get will be far worse than the micro minority.
Let's look at what that they have said. Publicly, you are conducting the vetting process in accordance with the rules of parliament. The rules of parliament says that certain words cannot be used.
Yeah.
That's a way to challenge your chairman. And your chairman takes exception, overrules your question. You don't invoke the processes of parliament. You exhibit arrogance and impunity. You talked about the 1996 parliament. Can you look at the constitution of that parliament? The caliber of people.
Yeah, right now we've reduced that.
Yes. Quality. You're looking at quality. NPP losing and appointed figures at Akufo-Addo. They are also pointing figures at the party for changing a seasoned leader and bringing a comedian like Afenyo. It's one of the reasons I've read. And I have no doubt that there is some substance in that reason. And lastly, I'm telling you that it is only strong people who recognize their failing and apologize for that feeling. Weak people refuse to do that because they think it's a diminution in status. They are weak when they fail to do
But Honorable, what the NPP is doing, it's like the proverbial thing about pointing fingers. They're pointing one finger at President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and all the 4 other fingers are pointing at themselves.
Yeah.
If it's true, if what they are claiming is true, that Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo was responsible for their loss because of the way he conducted himself in government and the way he handled the party and so on. The reverse question is, how did he succeed? How did the party allow him to do all the things that he did for 8 years? The party was there, silent. They couldn't check him. They couldn't complain. Now he's left office. You are pointing your fingers at him.
It's a convenient drill.
What is it? The party allowed it. I spoke to a leading member of the party some time ago, and I was shocked. This is about 5 years ago, and he was telling me that, look, they are sitting there in the party headquarters pretending to be running the party, and that for everything the party does, they needed to submit a budget to the presidency for approval. The party did not have any resource of its own. So one presidency says no, finish. And they tolerated this for 8 years. They're now complaining to who? To me?
Anyway.
I don't even know what to say. My brother has said everything. He has said everything. Look, we were talking about Kwame Nkrumah just a little earlier. And he was reminding us about the motorway. Everything Kwame Nkrumah did in those days was world class. World class. Job 600 that was built by the State Construction Corporation.
Yeah, Corporation. SEC.
Was a world class building monument. World class in the 60s.
Not beggar and finger.
No. Indigenous Ghanaians put it together. Kwame Nkrumah used our educational system, the civil service, the police and defense apparatus to unify us as a country by transfers. There was a conscious effort to remind us that we are one.